July 1518, Strasbourg. It started with a single woman. She stepped into the street and began to twist, then twirl, then shake. There was no music, no celebration, just silence. She didn't stop, not for hours, not for days. Her feet bled, soaking into her shoes, but she kept dancing until she collapsed from exhaustion. But here is the nightmare: it was contagious. Within a week, 34 others had joined her. Within a month, there were 400. The dancing plague had taken hold. It wasn't a party, it was a prison of their own bodies. They were screaming in pain, begging to stop, but their legs wouldn't obey. The city council was terrified. They consulted the local physicians. The diagnosis? Hot blood, an imbalance of the humors. The doctors believed the victims were simply overheated, and their prescription was the biggest mistake in medical history. They decided the cure for dancing was more dancing. They built a stage. They hired professional musicians. They thought they could simply dance it out. It backfired horribly. The music didn't cure them. It encouraged them. It drew in onlookers who watched, tapped their feet, and were then pulled into the trance. Then came the dying, strokes, heart attacks, sheer physical exhaustion. The streets of Strasbourg became a graveyard of the dancing dead. At its peak, it's estimated that 15 people were dying every single day. Finally, the city realized their mistake. They banned the music. They loaded the survivors onto wagons and hauled them to a mountaintop shrine to pray to St. Vitus. And slowly, the dancing stopped. But for 500 years, historians have asked, what on earth happened? Theory 1. Ergotism, a toxic mold on rye bread that causes hallucinations and convulsions. Basically, accidental LSD poisoning. But ergot usually kills blood flow to the legs. You can't dance on gangrenous feet. So, theory 2 is much darker. Mass psychogenic illness. Strasbourg was starving, riddled with disease, and deeply superstitious. The stress was so high, their collective minds simply broke. They believed St. Vitus had cursed them to dance. Because they believed it so strongly, their bodies made it real. A trance state induced by pure fear. It sounds crazy, but look around. Mass hysteria isn't extinct. It just changes form. The dancing plague is a reminder of the terrifying power of the human mind. Under the right pressure, reality is fragile. So, was it mold? Or was it madness? Let me know in the comments. And if you're not too tired, click here for more history's strangest mysteries.